All right, Fern. First up on the main card, we have Julian Erosa versus Steven Peterson. Go ahead and give me your analysis.
So I was watching a couple of these fights on the UFC Fight Pass, which is a great resource to have, and saw a couple of the undercard fights that they have. Erosa is 26-9, 11 KOs, TKOs, 12 subs. So he's pretty split on his victories. The way he's winning, got good diversity. His losses, 5 KO, TKO losses, 4 decision losses. He's really tall for the weight class. He's 6'1", and they're fighting, I believe, at 145 for this fight. So that I see how in the other fight, his ranginess has let him stay at a distance for, the head-on, the face-to-face. He has quite a bit of looping punches, especially uppercuts. He was able to tag with some jabs, and then as the guy was dipping his head, come with an uppercut. And against Landwehr, that was one of the fights I saw online. He had a straight right counter when he got kicked. So when most people get kicked, they're trying to catch it, trying to whatever. He was able to strike back, so that was a good offense he was able to get going. And then against Jourdain, which was his last fight in September, he was able to get a Darce choke, Bravo choke from a transition from a takedown scramble. Those long arms helped him get a wraparound and cinch that in. He's got a 74.5-inch reach, which is pretty ridiculous for 145s. When you think of old school 145s, it's like Uriah Faber and all them, and you're like, this guy is just massive. For Peterson, who is interestingly enough my pick, he's well-rounded, has great striking, great submissions, clinch work. Even though his record doesn't show it, he's 19-8, 8 submission wins, 8 decision losses. If you watch his last fight against Chase Hooper, it was a unanimous decision win. He came in 2 pounds overweight, so I know people might think that had some kind of factor, but Chase Hooper is a pretty tall, lanky fighter, and he was able to go to him right away. Big punches. You see him come straight forward, and then he mixed up the heavy punches with leg kicks and body kicks, which then opened up the big shots up top. And then when they were up close, he was able to do elbows in the guard when he was on top, which I think surprised Chase because he's got the longer arms, so him staying inside of that reach really helped him do some damage. And then as Chase went for some submissions while they were on the ground, kind of going for some leg locks and stuff like that, Peterson was able to throw punches from his back, and then when seated, just kind of swiping at him. So for me, he's constantly punching from all transitions and all angles on the ground, and that's going to make for a good fight. They both have good groundwork. Erosa's super tall, but I think Peterson's going to, walk through him as he did his last opponent and just get in close and mix it up.
Yeah, and I remember that Peterson fight against Hooper. I was betting on Hooper, and I was very surprised how Peterson was able to, dodge and juke all of those leg locks and those different submissions that Hooper was throwing up. It seemed like he felt confident enough with his ground game, because Hooper's known for being a submissions specialist. That's all it seems that Hooper can do. He has pretty terrible striking, so he's going to go for submissions. And yeah, he was able to do some ground and pound, stay safe while Hooper was attempting those different submissions. That was a pretty impressive win to me for sure. So yeah, I can't wait to see this one. I think Peterson's gonna. I think he's going to do well. And what were the odds on this one? Peterson is a big underdog. So I wonder how much they're putting into the reach advantage, like you had mentioned. Rosa being such a tall fighter with a good reach. But I'm actually liking what I saw from Peterson last time. It seemed like he's pretty well-rounded. And I expect that those odds, he might be a good underdog bet here on Peterson.
No, for sure.